Almost 3 million independent New York voters will not be able to cast their ballots in tonight's election. Due to the state's closed primary system, any previously registered voters needed to affiliate with a party by October 9th of last year. Due to the unusual competitiveness of this year's New York primary, every vote truly matters, and these disenfranchised voters are upset that they cannot make their voices heard. I spoke with two Hofstra University students who recently found out they would not be able to cast their ballots for their candidates of choice tonight.
When I was 18, I registered to vote. I didn't register with a political party. I realized this year that in order to vote in the primaries, I would have to register as a Democrat or a Republican. And I'm like, okay, I guess I'll do it before the voter registration closes. So I did it like 3 weeks before you couldn't register to vote anymore. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. And it turns out there's a rule in New York State where if you're picking a new party, I had to have changed my party 6 months before the primaries, and I didn't find out until about a week ago when I checked to make sure, like, did it go through? Am I a Democrat now? And it turns out I'm still not affiliated with a party.
That was Courtney Beda, a Hofstra junior who is frustrated with the current voting system in this country.
In October, you barely know anything about the candidates, so you don't even have, like, maybe I wanted to go Republican, because when you register as a Democrat or a Republican, you can only vote in their primaries, because New York has a closed primary, and I don't think we need 6 months. I think if you declare a political party, like, a month before the elections, it shouldn't be a big deal. I simply don't understand why it would take 6 months. This was my first time, like, voting in a real, like, big election. I was so excited. I'm like, yes, I get to have my say in the and now I don't have a say, and I think that's absolutely ridiculous because that's one of our constitutional rights and we should be allowed to vote.
Michael Rizika is a junior at Hofstra who was not nearly as surprised as many New York voters at his ineligibility to vote.
I was disappointed. I mean, kind of knew what I was getting myself into, not being a party member. But it was a disappointing reminder in October, and then again a couple weeks ago. Pick a party, or don't get to pick in the primaries. It just feels like for all the progress we've made in terms of voting rights, we're still finding ways to exclude lots of people from the process.
These Hofstra students are not the only New Yorkers upset over the voter registration rules. For WRHU, I'm Danielle Zulkosky.